to a live look over the White House at this hour as we do talk about the rumors that have blown up all over social media regarding the whereabouts of President Donald Trump. The White House saying,
Anyway, how old is Trump? Ain't Trump like 80 years old? Like for Trump to be 80, I ain't gonna lie, he talked well for 80. So I don't know. They claim he's sick though. Let's see.
he is completely fine. Take a look right here at what I'm talking about. This shows the trending topics there on Twitter or X. Now, over the last several hours, there have been several variations of hashtag Where is Trump? The reasoning is that the president is normally in front of the cameras near daily, making some kind of remarks and taking questions from reporters. His last real public appearance was a televised 3-hour meeting with his cabinet. We showed that to you here on Live Now from Fox. That was on Tuesday. For some, his Truth Social post last night about the appeals court ruling on tariffs was enough to calm the chatter, while others on social media expressed different conspiracy theories that it could have been a member of his staff who was posting. Well, this morning, take a look as Barak Ravid over at Axios posted a short time ago on social media, clearing up any rumors saying that he has talked with those in the know, and President Trump is just fine. Here is Ravid's post right there, simply saying, quote, "A U.S. official tells me Trump is okay. We'll play golf later this morning." Now, he did.
Man, Trump out there chilling, man. He playing golf on his golf course. He ain't worried about nothing. Talking about Trump sick. He ain't sick. He cooling.
Also post this one just a short time later, saying a U.S. official does tell me here that the White House pool report shows pool photog snaps pic of POTUS in white polo, red MAGA hat, black pants. POTUS's motorcade began rolling at 8:45 a.m. So again, clearing up those rumors that are circulating all over social media. Well, now back to that Truth Social post from the president. A U.S. appeals court ruling Friday that most of President Trump's tariffs are illegal, undercutting his use of those tariffs as a key international.
Trump did start these tariffs, which made a lot of money for the U.S. But the thing is, that got everybody else in the world hating us, which they already did anyway. But I don't know.
Economic policy tool. The court did allow the tariffs to remain in place through October 14th to give the Trump administration a chance to file an appeal with the Supreme Court. Here is what Trump wrote late yesterday in response to that ruling. You see it right there on your screen. I'm going to take the banner down so you can read it a little bit further. But that says, quote, "All tariffs are still in effect. Today, a highly partisan appeals court incorrectly said that our tariffs should be removed, but they know the United States of America will win in the end. If these tariffs ever went away, it would be a total disaster for the country. It would make us financially weak, and we have to be strong. The USA will no longer tolerate enormous trade deficits and unfair tariffs and non-tariff trade barriers imposed by other countries, friend or foe, that undermine our manufacturers, farmers, and everyone else. If allowed to stand, this decision would literally destroy the United States of America. At the start of this Labor Day weekend, we should all remember that tariffs are the best tool to help our workers and support companies that produce great made-in-America products. For many years, tariffs were allowed to be used against us by our uncaring and unwise politicians. Now, with the help of the United States Supreme Court, we will use them to benefit our nation and make America rich, strong, and powerful again. Thank you for your attention to this matter." Taking a live look over the.
What y'all think about that? Do y'all think Trump is trying to make the U.S. strong and powerful again? Or is he trying to make America great again? You tell me.
White House once again as we continue to cover all of this. Officials saying that President Trump is just fine as that hashtag Where is Trump does continue to trend. If we do get any comments from him while he is playing golf this morning, any live images or anything of that nature, we will bring those to you in full as we always do here on Live Now from Fox.
They say the boy Trump good, man. They say ain't nothing wrong with the kid, man. My boy Trump said, I'm good out here.
We've come to the most important story of the day, the questions swirling around President Trump's health. So we can go ahead and put these pictures up on the screen. President Trump has not spoken to in front of a camera in, I believe it's 6 days at this point. We've only caught these glimpses of him going to and from.
A little healthy right there. He waving at like, y'all get the hell on now. Go on now. A little healthy to me.
His golf courses, okay? I think we can all say in both of these photos, he looks like shit. Okay, can we go back to the first one again? We can see his look on his face is very Brandon-esque. It's the mouth agape. You can see.
He obviously didn't agree. He said he almost up out of here. Don't do my boy Trump like that, no.
You know, the skin is sagging. The makeup is not properly applied. There's no hair visible for some reason. People are like zooming in and enhancing this in all kinds of ways. Like, he looks bad here, okay? And this is basically the only glimpse that we've gotten of him. Then they said, okay, well, he's fine, he's going golfing. Okay, well, the press pool that was with him were kept from being able to see him on the golf course. They were made to wait on the tennis course, so they didn't actually get to see any of him golfing. There are no pictures of him golfing. This is all we've got, okay? Then they posted photos of him, put C2 up on the screen. They posted these photos of him, or he posted them, on his True Social account. Great playing golf with John Gruden, really nice guy and a true character. Wearing, by the way, a very similar outfit to the one he wore when he was allegedly playing golf. This is an old photo. This was taken on August 23rd, and they seem to hold it out like this was a new photo. This is the part, Soccer, where this was the first time I was like, maybe there is something going on here. We can put C3 up on the screen. It's a Newsweek article about some of the theories and speculation here. They mentioned too the week-old photo and how that raised eyebrows amid health speculation. Of course, we already had those bruising on his hands that he's been trying to hide and trying to cover up. We all know about the cankles and the way that they've been, you know, the way they address that and the way he's been trying to hide those cankles as well. So we're already some swirling speculation.
Why she doing Trump like that? Why she calling them cankles? They ankles. Don't do him like that, no.
Then he disappears. Then we get these photos where he looks like absolute shit. Then he goes to the golf course allegedly, and there are no photos of him playing. And they post this week-old photo and claim that this is like, you know, trying to portray this like a new photo. And Sagar, there were other MAGA influencers like Charlie Kirk and the like, who are close with the White House, who were posting other golf videos that were, again, I think meant to portray that these were recent and, oh, here he is being viral and active and all of this, that also were all old. So it's really weird. And then last night, there was a lot of fever pitch of speculation because they closed all of the roads around Walter Reed Hospital here in DC. And when I checked this morning, they were still closed. They turned, I saw one, I didn't confirm this one. The roads closed, I looked up on Apple Maps and that was true. They allegedly also turned off one of the like highway cameras that was nearby Walter Reed, and the Domino's pizza tracker around the White House and the Pentagon and Walter Reed all was spiking, okay? And we got this news that there was going to be, there's nothing on the president's schedule until 2 p.m. when he was making some unspecified announcement. Now, we have since then received word that the announcement is going to be changing the Department of Defense to the Department of War, Mr. Anti-War, embracing the Department of War here, whatever. So that's supposedly what's happening at 2 p.m. But what do you think of all of these happening?
I think a lot of people are having a lot of fun on the internet. So let's go there. And by the way, again, I think it's fine to have fun, but let's talk about it. So the 6 days thing, that was a 3. And by the way, I don't care if Trump is sick or not. If he was, I'm sure, of course, they should be transparent about it. He spoke for 3.5 2.5 hours on camera. Reagan Reese of the Daily Caller interviewed him for over an hour and a half on Friday. He's always been old and frankly unseemly when not in a suit. By the way, that's the power of the suit. That's why you should always wear one. Also why you shouldn't wear a hat, because it's not exactly flattering to the brow line. But yeah, I mean, just looking at all this stuff, I think he's probably just as sick as he was whenever he had the bruises on his hands and his cankles. So is the White House being fully transparent about his health? Almost certainly not, especially with the hands. I definitely think some weird stuff is going on there. But yeah, I think a lot of people are having too much fun on the internet. Like, for example, I get how the framing of the golf course, like, oh my God, the press didn't see him on the golf course. Guys, I went with Trump to the golf course, unfortunately. I was stuck in a restaurant. I didn't see him once. I was literally in the motorcade. It's pretty much basic standard. When the president goes to the golf course on the weekend, they don't allow the press in. 90% of the time, the photos that get released are from the White House. I do agree that the week-old photo stuff and all of that looks, quote, bad, in the context of all of this. And I would be happy to eat my words if it comes out, today or whatever, that he is sick. But I just don't see it. I don't see any of this stuff. For example, okay, let's put the next one up here.
It's weird to have no Labor Day events, though, too.
I don't know if that's
president,
true.
It is weird. For a president who's supposed to be like Mr. Working Class, blah, blah, blah.
Crystal, he spends all of...
Give it up, Crystal. Man said he good. He good.